What's going on, folks out there? I'm Amos Morale III, and welcome to the Prep Preview Show, New Orleans Small Schools Edition. I'm joined by NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune's Mike Strom. Mike, how's it going?
It's going well. We're closing in on the start of another football season. It's always my favorite time of year.
All right. Well, let's jump right into it. Let's ask you, who are some of the favorites in our small school section, which is what we consider small schools. It's 3A and below.
Well, the conversation will always start with John Curtis in any time they're in any category. And they should be, they're the reigning Division II state champions who will be competing in the Division I playoffs. But in Class 3A, they are going to be strong again. They have many of their returning players from a year ago. Beyond them, I would say Newman and Riverside from District 8 2A are going to be two very good teams. They were very good teams a year ago. They returned many of their key skill players. And then finally, two more teams I would throw out to you. St. Charles Catholic. Anytime you have a team coached by Frank Monica, you know they're going to be solid. And maybe an up-and-coming De La Salle Cavalier team coached by Ryan Manali.
All right. Now talk to me a little bit about some of those teams that maybe aren't the favorites, like a De La Salle or a Newman. Well, Newman's loaded, but talk to me a little bit about some of those teams.
Well, let's talk about De La Salle. This is Coach Manali's third year of his program, Ryan Manali. Mm-hmm. I know he's quite optimistic. I mean, he realizes, particularly in the league he competes in with Curtis and St. Charles Catholic, that they are not quite the equal of them yet, but he's privately excited. He has an outstanding player in Cole Lewis, who was an all-district linebacker a year ago, has been moved to running back. It's going to be one of their bell cows. They have a very good quarterback in Victor Gaines and a promising junior receiver in Christian Booker.
We've gotten to see some of those kids firsthand, so those kids can play.
Yeah.
All right, well, talk to me a little bit about some of the other names we're going to be writing headlines about this year in terms of players.
Sure, players? Absolutely. Well, let's start with the Curtis Patriots. You got Hunter Dale, who will certainly be among the top safety prospects in the country. Miles Washington is one of my favorite players. He's normally been a running back, but through injuries a year ago, he was moved to quarterback, and he really does a good job, particularly running that option. Curtis also has a big junior tackle who will be on everybody's recruiting list next year in Willie Allen. As far as other players, at St. Charles Catholic has an outstanding running back in Aaron Lewis, rushed for about 1,300 yards a year ago. He's got some college offers. Newman, Kendall Bussey Jr. Is a Nebraska commitment, an outstanding player. He rebounded from missing his sophomore year due to injury last year with an outstanding junior season. One of the not unheralded, but probably a player who doesn't get necessarily his just due, and particularly from a college perspective, is Jabari Tyler, their quarterback. He's just a fine, exciting player as a dual threat quarterback. And then Riverside's dealing with having to replace their quarterback, Deuce Wallace, who is moved out of state, but they are loaded with talent as well. They have two of the better players in the area, in the wide receivers, Von Julian and I'm having a brain fade.
Herb McGee.
Herb McGee, thank you very much.
Also, really good basketball players.
Absolutely.
So, all right, well, now let's play a little fun game where we're going to take 30 seconds. I'm going to say a school, and you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
All right, so let's get 30 seconds on the clock. All right, and let's start with Country Day.
Country Day, District 9 1A defending champions. Going to be hard-pressed to defend that title against a good up-and-coming Covenant Christian program from Houma.
All right, Miller-McCoy.
McCoy, another defending district champion, 10-3A. Coach Scott's seemingly got it going over there. Has a top prospect lineman in Brian Webb, defensive lineman, and an outstanding athlete is his quarterback, Melvin Johnson.
Time's up.
Thomas Jefferson. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
I was going to say Thomas Jefferson.
well, we can say something real quick about.
Yes,
They could very well unseat Miller McCoy. I think Coach Kevin Kelly is quite excited about his team this year.
All right. Well, there you have it. And that's about all the time we're going to take from you today, folks. Be sure and check out all the other prep preview shows as well as all the prep preview content, which will be coming out soon and also will be posted on our website, NOLA.com. And just check the high school sports sections. And until next time, I'm Amos Morale III. That's Mike Strom. Thanks for clicking on us.